Greetings from the small polytunnel. Right, so I'm just thinking about doing a bit more sowing. I'm just looking to see what I've got and what I fancy doing. I'm thinking, to be honest with you, I'm going to get started on I'm going to start some Polyanthus today. I know we've got this Polyanthus challenge I've been telling you about. I've got another set of seeds for those. But once I get some interest, then we'll set a date when we start. But today I am going to get started on some. See what they look like. I assume they're in a bag. They are. They're in a bag. Just to let you know, these are Mr. Fothergills. And I got these from what is it? Seeds by Post, I think it's called. I think it's Seeds by Post. I just think they're the cheapest place to get them from. But if you know where I can get seeds and that, a good variety of seeds. I know, because we do buy a lot of things from Lidl, but you need the variety. If you know a good place, then please let me know, because I do like to grow different flowers, and I just like growing, I do. It'd be great if we could grow and sell them as well. I'm not a sociable person, so sowing's not really, selling's not really an option. Now Polyanthus seeds are very small. You've got to be really careful when you sowing these, and there won't be that many seeds in the pack. So it might be an idea to get yourself a couple of packs. What we're going to do first, got me in my gloves. I've often talked about being comfortable. I've got my compost bag here, I've got my seed tray here on my knee. I'm just going to grab a handful of the compost, I'm going to put it in the inside the tray. I may have to look at the instructions in a minute, because it's a couple of years since I've grown any Polyanthus, primulas and primroses. But although they were very slow to get off the mark, partly down to my mistake of not reading the instructions, or forgetting the instructions, the key thing is that once you've got these growing and germinating and that, you've got to take them out of the tunnel. You've got to put them in a cold frame, somewhere in a cooler condition. You don't like the heat. I think when I grew them, I left them all in the polytunnel and they were in there during the winter. I think at some point in the late winter, early spring, I think I've got a feeling it might have been January, it might have been February time. Then I did take them out, and it seemed to make a difference. So this time I'm gonna have them growing in different places. I'm going to have them in a cold frame. I'll have them growing just outside somewhere. I may leave some in the tunnel, in a cooler spot, sheltered spot. Just purely because I like to experiment, you know. Just because people tell you it's got to be done one way doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only way. There's all sorts of factors what can come in. And just because it's worked one year doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work the same the next year, because you've got the factor of the heat, the sun, the amount of sunshine. You've got the cold. Well, yeah, that's under heat. Well, no, the heat or the cold, I should say. So I'm just flattening this out. So that's one what's ready. I'm not so organised, am I, this time? I'm going to put that just there. And get another tray now. Got a few dead pansies in here, but that's not going to matter. I don't need to do anything with those. I hope you're having a good weekend, or if you're watching this video at a later time, that your day's been good for you. Although the temperature is only forecasting 10 degrees today, in the polytunnel here, even with the doors open, it is quite pleasant, to be honest. I mean, I haven't got my fleece jacket done up, so you know it's okay. So I can just do some activity. Around. Just had a lovely cup of coffee. I made mice came and sat with me. He likes my coffee, and I've got some copper mugs this time instead of those plastic things where you burn your hands. Obviously, last year was a bit of a bad year for me on the allotment through injuries to myself. Looking after my mother, she was having waterworks infections all year, right through until November, when she had a catheter fitted. She was 1 week on, 1 week off antibiotics. So, and I injured my knee and my leg as I started a walking group, a social group. So that caused me problems, and then I had teeth problems. I had to change the dentist, change from one dentist to another, because I ended up with neuralgia. They damaged the nerve. So I changed dentist, and then they whipped a load of teeth out, and they had a load of fillings, and I've got a bridge put in. So there was a large part of last year where I just didn't feel like being in front of the camera and that, because I basically had no teeth. Well, lots of missing teeth. And I was in a lot of pain. Probably the pain was the factor more than anything. But we're hoping, keep your fingers crossed for me, that it's going to be better. I think the only thing that I'm struggling with this year has been lonely. What can be done about that? Right, we'll just move these out. That's down there. Okay. So I've got two trays. I've compacted it down. I'm now going to open the packet up. When you're opening a packet up, don't open it over another tray of seeds, what you've freshly planted, or a bag of compost, because you don't want to spread the seeds everywhere. And believe me, it's easily done, especially if you're tired. You do make mistakes. There's not many seeds in there. I don't know whether I'm going to get 2 trays out of these. They are so tiny. Now, one thing, I don't know whether you know, some of you may, most of you may know, but some of you won't. Obviously, the smaller the seed, in most circumstances, the less soil you need, and in some cases you don't even need to put soil over the top. We like our Polyanthus, and I'm thinking I'm going to need more than 2 packets, to be honest. I think I might just have enough to sprinkle over that one. There's not that many seeds in these, so if you want to grow a good amount, then I'd get a few packets. You can buy them off eBay. I've seen them on eBay advertised for £7 now, I think, for 1,000 seeds. I'm not sure how many is meant to be in these. Shall we have a peek and see? 100 seeds. So in fact, buying them in bulk might be the answer. Oh, let's just have a quick peek and see what it says in the instructions. Thinly on the surface of a small tray of pre-watered compost. Okay, there's the first mistake. I've not pre-watered. I'll pre-water that one. Place in a cold frame, unheated greenhouse or a cool windowsill. Keep moist and do not let the surface of the compost dry out. Temperature of 10 to 15 is ideal. Okay, so you don't cover these with soil. I won't go into the rest things. Right, okay. Right, what I'm going to do then, in this case, I've got my little sprayer. I'm going to spray this gently over the seeds. That one I'm going to pre-water. I'm going to give that a good salting. Okay, so I'll be careful I don't get these mixed up. In fact, no, we'll leave that. I've actually got some water in this watering can. This is going to be interesting because we've got one which has been pre-watered and one that hasn't. So that's it, they've all gone. That one's done now. Get my pen out on one. The length of the book, so make sure you put dates on when you're doing it. Label it up. That's it. Do a label ready for that one. I'm going to get the spray. I don't want to wash the seeds away, so that's why I'm using the sprayer rather than the watering can, because that might just move them all down to one end of the tray, and I don't want that happening. Okay, right, I'm going to stop the video now. Thanks for watching.